Hey, what's up, everyone? So I'm just doing a test here. I got this enormous live stream coming up tomorrow, and most of it's going to be being produced through my computer and my end. So I'm trying to get familiar with some things. So one of the things that I've always wanted to do, how do I set up an upcoming live stream event on YouTube so that you could go to my YouTube channel and see, oh, Rob's got a live stream coming up tomorrow at 8 a.m. But then use Restream, which is the software I use that allows me to broadcast to YouTube, DLive, Twitch, and Periscope all at the same time. So friends SJG and Sarah Corrier actually helped me out with this. And so I wanted to do this as a test to make sure that this is running. So far, it looks good. It looks like the link from the event on YouTube is actually broadcasting us live. Now, I just want to check if DLive is broadcasting it live as well, and Twitch. So we'll see if that is working. I'm hoping that's the case. But again, this is just a test. So if you were hoping for actual good content, that's probably not going to happen. Schism, it's working. Oh, that's fantastic. So one of the things about me is I think that I have, I'm obviously biased, but I think that I have good content. But when it comes to the technical aspects of things, the promotion aspect, I'm very weak. So I really do thank you that come on. Don't forget to use Islands in the stream as well. It's good. Little Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers action. So good. I'm glad it's working. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do the rest of the day here. I have an exciting day planned with my family. Actually, it's my father-in-law's birthday, so I get to eat a bunch of awesome food and hang out with my family, which is always a great time. But what I'm going to be doing is I have a promo video that I created. I'm also trying to create those of you that are watching, I'll give you some insight of what's going to happen tomorrow. I could talk to the most impressive people in the world on any subject and feel utterly confident that I'll be able to hold my own in a conversation. Even if I don't know what's going on, I think that I'll be able to talk to someone. It doesn't matter how famous they are, how much of a powerful person they are. I have no problem talking to anyone in front of millions of people. Doesn't bother me at all. However, I get ridiculously nervous about little things like, I'm a fat guy. Is my button going to pop off? Did I get sauce on my shirt before I got in front of the stage? And when it comes to doing stuff digitally, I'm like, am I going to screw up? Am I going to have audio issues? Is, the internet going to go down? Things like that. So that's the sort of thing I get nervous about. Not the actual conversations. I know will be fine. So let me tell you some of the stuff that I'm going to be practicing today. I'm going to have guests that are using different platforms. So some of the guests will be using Zoom. So I'll be doing this it'll be me 24 hours. So I'll be doing this. Fat lives do matter. That's definitely true. So I'll be doing this stream, and let's say I'm talking 9:30 to 10 and I have a guest at 10. Well, I need to get my guest in. They're using Zoom. So as I'm talking to you, I'm bringing them up on the Zoom background, getting ready to bring them in, right? But some of my guests aren't using Zoom. Some of them are going to call in my Google Voice number. Others want me to call them with the Google Voice number. Because I'm in charge of being the talent on the air, plus being the person that's going to have to get all these people into the actual show, it's difficult to seamlessly, like I'm talking to you right now, and let's say there was a guest that I have to call to line up. I don't want to just call live and be like, hey, you there? Like, that doesn't seem very professional. So I'm trying to have a queue of videos set up that are like 2 to 5 minutes, so I could be like, okay, I'm going to play this 2-minute video or this 4-minute video on why I'm voting for Donald Trump. As soon as we get back, we'll have my next guest, right? That's what I'm trying to do. So these technical issues, it's making me nervous. I'm hoping that I could run it seamlessly. But let me tell you this. I think there are very few people that will have guests of this caliber that could run a 24-hour show and do basically the majority of the production and the technical stuff at the same time that they're being, the talent on the air. So hopefully it comes across as good. I'm working real hard at it. And so how can I stay up for 24 hours? It'll be difficult, but I have an incredible amount of enthusiasm. How can I stay up for 24 hours? How could Trump be hitting 4 or 5 rallies a day? If he could do it, I could do it. My little part to try to get people to get out there and vote. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So it should be real exciting. What I'm going to ask, especially you people that are here helping me with this test, apparently I figured this out, which is great. What I'm going to ask throughout the day is, I have a video that I have unlisted right now that's like my 1 minute 40 second promo of the show. I've sent that to my co-host to see if they give me the thumbs up on that. Please, 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 please. I need your help more than ever. If you could share that when I get that video out, if you could share that 1 minute, 40-second video that just says, tune in to my show Monday, to as many people as possible, I would be eternally grateful. I love my audience. I think I have the best audience out of any channel that I've ever seen. But if I'm having sitting congressmen on, some of the people that I'm going to have is Jack Posobiec from OAN, One American News Network. This is someone who he has hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. One of the biggest Trump-supporting media personalities, Wendy Bell, who in Pennsylvania is a huge Trump-supporting media personality, who was let go from KDKA basically for supporting, this country and denouncing rioters and things like that. Ashley Sinclair from Sinclair Media is apparently going to join us. That's one of the biggest media corporations in the world. 2 sitting congressmen, as I said, over a dozen politicians at the state and local county levels from Pennsylvania. I mean, these guests, it is enormous. We have movie producers from the movie Unplanned that will be joining us. That was the movie, the pro-life movie that you saw that was doing phenomenally, but a bunch of theaters were trying to suppress it because it was giving a pro-life message. These guests are going to be incredible. It's mind-blowing. And also, I'm also, because I'm doing 24 hours, I'm able to mix in those guests with content creators you've seen me work with. Let's Be Frank, Drone Tech, SJG, Sarah Courier, right? All of those people and more independent content creators that I'm going to be trying to bring on to show the way we win, the way we go about making this country great is we have those traditionally powerful people, the politicians, the people that have these huge voices, but there's also people like all of you that are watching and people like me that don't have that popularity, but we have just as much passion and just as much love for this country, and we're trying to get the message out there. So I'm trying my best to mingle those two things and show that the next generation of great conservatives and voices is coming forward, and that we need to work in tandem to kind of take this country back. My wife, Courtney, also will be a guest on that show at some point. And there'll even be people there are going to be a few people that, even though this is a Trump rally, it is a Republican rally, there are a couple people that I feel that are not voting for Donald Trump that I'm indebted to in various ways, that they're going to come on. But I think you'll find them to be very reasonable people. And I'm going to leave them say their piece as well, because I'm all about free speech and bringing on people that can have good faith conversations, even if we disagree. I think that's an important thing too. So I've sent out an invitation to Dylan Burns, who moderates a lot of the debates I've done on Twitch. I believe he's a Biden voter. My campaign manager, when I ran for Congress, Tom Kennedy, will also be joining me at some point. I believe he voted for Biden. But this just goes to show you, literally, as a Republican, as one of the biggest conservatives that you would probably ever meet, my campaign manager was a Democrat. Because he knows, even if he disagrees with me on some policies, that I'm willing to listen to everyone in this country and that I care about the people in this country, no matter what their political affiliation is. So I think it'll be great to have him on to show how even someone who might not agree with conservatives politically can endorse conservatives if they think that they have the, if their character and everything shows they have the best interest of the people in mind. So you don't care what Comrade Wolf says about me. If you have anyone that you think might be a good potential guest for me, please, please, please reach out to me in the comments section. You can email me at rob.nor@gmail.com, which I'll put that in the link here. Now, I know this was just a test video, so I didn't really plan to get into all this, but I assumed I'd be fighting with it for 15 minutes, and it worked right out of the gate. So it was actually pretty easy. So any support, I really don't want to be sitting, to have a huge conversation. For example, Glenn Thompson's my Republican congressperson in my district, District 15. Do you know what Glenn Thompson's doing all day Monday? All day he will be on Air Force One with Donald Trump. All day. He can't be a guest on my show until after Tucker's show, because I believe Glenn is going to be with people and the president that are going to be doing Tucker Carlson's show. So I have a sitting congressman that will be on what I consider the best national media show out there. Tucker Carlson, him or his people around him will be on that show, and then immediately coming from there to me. He will literally be with President Trump all day and then be on with me. I mean, that's astounding. And what I really don't want to have happen is for that to happen and have 11 people watching. So I hope that I can bring the audience that this deserves. This is a rally, and this is the future of politics as well. Like, I think the in-person rallies are fantastic. You saw that from Butler. Butler, PA last night had an estimated 57,000 people. That's 45 minutes away from where I live. Rural Pennsylvania. I believe the population of the town of Butler, Pennsylvania is around 12,000 people. And they had 57,000 people show up to a Trump rally. That is enthusiasm you can't believe. That's what it's like right here in rural Pennsylvania. Now, is that going to be offset by Philly, Pittsburgh, or corruption? Maybe. But the enthusiasm is unbelievable of people and their support for Donald Trump. That can never be taken away. Those type of rallies are phenomenal and are an experience on their own. But we also need to be setting forth the platform for new ways to do these rallies, that we could be doing them online. For the people that can't get out there. And I'm really, for someone that's just in a lowly position like me, that's not a big streamer or anything like that, to set out with this idea, I'm going to go 24 hours. And all of a sudden, within 3 days of announcing this, I have some of the biggest national guests that you could imagine. I mean, it really is a humbling experience for me. And I'm going to do my best to do my part to not only provide a platform for these great voices to be heard, but to also encourage everyone I possibly can to get out and vote there on Tuesday for Donald Trump and the Republican Party. So please, if you could pass the word. If you go to my YouTube right now, you can see the events already scheduled. So you can click on that link and click share, and you can share that event. And here within the hour, I will have an actual 1 minute, 40 second kind of ad for that video up there. So I really appreciate all the support. I really do. I'm going to head out for now. I think this test has worked well. Hopefully I get 1 million viewers. Man, I'd be happy to get 5,000 viewers. I mean, I really would. And I mean in total. It's a slog. You won't hear me complain about it often. You don't hear me complain. I think YouTube doesn't notify people when I do a video. But you also hear me say a lot, I need to get better to get a better audience. I get a bigger audience. I can't get a better audience. You guys are already the best. But to get a bigger audience. So I'm not sitting here wallowing in my own tears or anything like that. I'm going to do my best to reach as many people as possible. So I hope that I continue to get better. I continue to get more opportunities to reach more people, and I'm going to take advantage of those opportunities. So I am incredibly excited for this opportunity tomorrow to speak to such important guests, and I hope that I could bring in an audience that's deserving of that. So I really appreciate that. So again, I'll probably do another live stream at some point today, specifically asking people to get the word out on this Monday. So be looking at my YouTube channel here in the next hour or two to see that 1 minute, 40 second ad that I'll be putting up. And please share that to as many people as possible. Again, if you want to email me guests, you could go out on your own. You could reach people at Twitter message. You could email them. I've been emailing tons of people. I've been emailing Tim Pool and Twitter messaging him. I've been Steven Crowder, Tucker Carlson, Glenn Greenwald, Aaron Mattei, Michael Tracy, Jimmy Dore. I've been trying to get in contact with all of these bigger people with bigger platforms to see if they'll come on with me Monday. I haven't had any luck. But if you out there also message those people or other people that you think might be a good fit, maybe you'll have luck with them. So if you have guests like that, feel free to give them my information. They could email me. They could reach me at NorRobert on Twitter, which they can message me there. That's NOERR and then one word ROBERT, NorRobert, my last name, then first name. So, yeah. So I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, YouTube updates halfway through the video. Yeah, that's not surprising. So please, please, please look for that video to come on YouTube in the next hour or two. That will be my ad for this Monday live stream. I'm very excited for it. So I think everyone can tell that I'm very excited. Glenn Beck, Pat Gray, excellent guests. They would be excellent. I'll try to reach out to those people, but understand I'm busy all day today. So it'll be difficult. I'll be using my phone to try to reach out to people with emails, messages. But anything that my great audience could do to help me out in messaging themselves or promoting the ad I'll put up, I'd be really appreciative of it. I really would. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to go now. I got to talk to my co-host and see what's going on with them. And as